Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, hero, psych, defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossing in the Woods. In the south, it's Revolution, fighting here for the Commonwealth, the British Army, rolling out here with the 7th Armoured Division, the Desert Rats. In the north, it's Luvnest, fighting for the Oberkommandowest, Germany, Deutschland, stout defender of the German Reich. Rolling out here with the 107th Panzer Brigade, we got Luftwaffe Ground Forces Special Operations and Fortifications versus Royal Artillery, Double Infantry. Raketten here for Luvnest with double infantry and then a sound bulletin there for Revolution. Double section start for him. Double Volkskas on the way for Luvnest to back up the Sturmpioniere as they move forwards cautiously for the fatherland. Sturmgewehrs clenched tightly in their hands, fingers ready to pull the trigger and just hose down some Tommies with some good German lead. Second full squad out there for Luvnest. In the east we got Revolution here pushing hard for the fuel point there. Vickers following up there. Slight deviation I would say from the most common British openings. I mean some do go for the Vickers, but most tend to either just go heavy on the sections or add a universal carrier. But in this case Revolution seems to fancy the Vickers heavy machine gun, a World War I era machine gun. That's a fun note. It was known for its reliability and being able to fire for hours and hours without, burning down due to again the whole water cooling element. Also, as a fun note, the British had an interesting tactic with the Vickers machine gun. They'd actually just aiming upwards and basically sort of fire like artillery at the enemy. They just sort of hose them from above. So, that'll fun note there in tactics. I think that'd be pretty difficult to replicate in game. More folks on the way there for Luvnest. Standard Oberkommandowest start by far. Lots of Volksgrenadiers. I mean, in some cases, not really, because you got a lot of other options to go for. But there you go. Vickers moving up here, setting up. They're expecting a German advance here. Luvnest has wired off the centre here. Semi-common, it used to be quite a common tactic here on Crossing in the Woods, but it has of late not quite been as common, I think. But, it can always happen, as you can see with Luvnest. Bit of light skirmishing here. Vickers are ready to sort of shoot some Germans, but Luvnest here staying out of range. And the west side moving up slowly. Noting that while Revolution has focused hard on the field, Luvnest has yet to really catch up there. And I suspect part of this is basically he's figuring his opponent might just rush the point anyway, so no point in rushing it himself, just trying to set up a good engagement instead. But so far nothing there. More full guns on the way, and we got Saps on the way for Revolution, and of course he has tagged up rapidly here for King and Country. Might see some mines, might not. Metal supply kits being handed out to some of the sections, sandbags. I mean, he's just preparing here for Luvnest to attack, and Luvnest is preparing here for, I think, Revolution to attack. I mean, Luvnest has no real interest in charging into a British position head on. He knows that can end up very painfully. So instead, he's switching over there. He's going to probably try and see, either get Revolution to attack him, where he can sort of maybe beat him back, or outmaneuver and that way beat him. So certainly an interesting opening here. We got lots of mines as well. So it really seems like Luvnest is just waiting for Revolution to make the first big move and then push. So I was moving ahead here, Sten Guns versus Kar-98Ks, largely based off the World War I era car B99 on Axis, but slightly shortened. So it was a bit easier to handle. Since the original was quite big. But there you go, folks, doing what's flanking about here. Again, we see the Luvnest is now trying to outmaneuver his opponent. That's going to force the machine to react. Though at the same time, Luvnest needs to spread out his assault a bit more. Right now, the machine can easily react to this. Of course, Luvnest doesn't know this, but soon he will. He will soon now. And it'll be too late, but there we go. Still, not a bad attempt there, setting up there for Luvnest, so you're highlighting the necessity. I think it's launching a good attack. You're not just bashing your way forward. You're actually trying to outmaneuver a bit. But I'd say in this case, the issue here with the assault is, as you can see, they're sort of lacking more components to it, so it becomes much easier for Revolution to lock it down. But even then, Luvnest isn't handling it too poorly. He's sort of reacting, switching about. They're slightly falling back with the attack, but still, threatening here Revolution. So some good infantry play here. But Luvnest definitely deserving of a thumbs up from the master of propaganda himself. The highest award, right after a Knight's Cross with oak leaves and swords and diamonds, of course. Sturmpioneer sitting out here flanking from the north again. He's looking to outmaneuver the machine gun again. Really solid infantry play there by Luvnest. Unity up north remains on watch for any Tommies. And there you go. As soon as he sees the machine repositioning there, he switches in there with the Sturmpioneer, charges for it. Very nice play there. Folks can just lay down some covering fire there. Not quite suppressive fire, but enough to just keep the Tommies from just moving about safely unless they want a large caliber round straight from the noggin. Still, really nice shooter there. Assault by Luvnest in the end. I mean, sort of kept his calm there and ensured, you know, things didn't get completely out of hand. He was actually able to remove a lot of Revolution's forces there, so nice work. We got the mechanized rigging up, and we got Revolution there with the AC Mark III, standard stuff. Luvnest following up with the MG34. Sappers running out of there. Fun fact about the MG34, it was actually produced in larger numbers than the MG42, despite the MG42 being made to be, you know, easy and fast to produce plus cheaper. But the thing is, the MG34 just had a bigger head start over the MG42, and so they basically just make more of it because of that. You know, they've not exactly been produced in large numbers before the war began, but you know, fun note there. We got Fulton being in charge for the Saps in the south, noting no bolting upgrade yet here for Revolution. He's moving up here supporting the assault with the Vickers machine gun. Nice work. And we got the armored car there. That's going to require a Puma there from Luvnest to start. I mean, he theoretically could go for the looks of it, you know, feeling completely bonkers, but I'd not advise it for the average player, that's for sure. I mean, Luvnest might be the one I could imagine pulling it off, but even then I'd not advise it. I'd still be like, Luvnest, you might be pushing it a bit there. Anyways, lots of sandbags here. Assault rifles being handed up to the Volkskunde. This is Sturmgewehr 44. Fun fact, the Volkskunde divisions, when they're sort of, you know, being envisioned, were actually sort of envisioned as units sort of meant to be, you know, equipped like modern infantry with assault rifles. Of course, turns out they didn't have enough in a lot of cases, so they had to make do with submachine guns and just regular rifles. Revolution following up with a sniper here. No Luvnest. Oh, yeah, there we go. Seems to realise, hang on, it looks is not going to make a lot of sense. I'd best go for a Puma. He's largely got the resources. There we go. 234-2 on the way there for Luvnest in the German army. Moving about there again. No, once more he's looking to outmaneuver Revolution. He's sort of like, you know, looking to hit some weaker spots, then, you know, make it harder for Revolution to form up an easy defence. Panzerfaust goes off there, moving down towards here, but we got snipers in the way plus the sappers, so his attempt to flank here I think is going to encounter some resistance. We got the machine gun backing up the attack. Oh, there's where it's set up. Actually, nicely set up there by Luvnest. Looks like he's either not caring about the sniper, hasn't realised his men are getting sniped at. Fixing up there, you see there rapidly, follows the pushback here with the Vickers machine gun. There they go, Sturmpanzer's falling back. Luvnest attack here though again. Reasonably nicely executed, but you know, encountered some issues, and oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that's a follow up in the Sturmpanzers. Nice man there by Revolution. Nice little blow there to Luvnest and the German army, depriving them of a Sturmpanzer sport, meaning he's going to have absolutely no way of repairing his Puma immediately. Or for that matter, anyone who's dealing with mines. But there you go, Puma's going for the AC here, catching Revolution in a pretty bad spot. He was clearly not anticipating that. Sniper tried to do some damage, but that's not going to be enough here. And there you go, the AC is down. Now the trick's clearing the Puma out of there, but they're getting blown to bits because otherwise this is not going to be a very good exchange here. And he goes sniper retreat. Oh, he might even get the sniper here with the Puma and its correction machine gun. Oh, close one. But he's clearly aiming for it here. Revolution caught with his pants down by Luvnest. And there you go. Quickly pops a smoke from there before he loses the Puma. Doesn't quite get the sniper. Oh, no. The engine got damaged. Anti-tank grenade there. Tiny sliver of health there. The only thing that's keeping the Puma going is faith in the fatherland and an awful lot of duct tape, which wasn't actually invented by them, so I don't know, stale sauerkraut I guess. 6-pounder gun on the way there for Revolution. Veterans won the Puma, but that one's going down, so they end up not quite being a good trade over there for Luvnest, so he's been able to at least use the distraction the Puma caused to go for the eastern resources there. So in the end, good maneuvering there by Luvnest against his opponent. Replacing Sturmpanzers on the way. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Will he go for Spare Cups, Command Panthers, Luftwaffe Fallschirmjägers, Fortification, something else, and our way calling in some regular Panthers instead of just relying on the command version? Revolution that realises he has to get a bit more aggressive in terms of maneuvering against Luvnest, otherwise Luvnest is just going to keep, you know, out-maneuvering him, which is only one of Luvnest's specialties. The modern Manstein. Fun Luvnest. Anyways, Volksman against the Sappers here. Definitely not Sturmpanzers. They can only dream of that. And I think that most the only thing they dream about is pudding and Brexit. Folks, they're rifling the Sappers. Finally in the centre here, and we got the section holding up here, sniper opening up, and then he's trying to back up the troops. Sturmpioniere there, not doing too well as the section. They're not close enough, I think, to do any sort of serious damage to the section, which is in heavy colour, meaning. And additionally, of course, they're only in, well, kind of light cover. And we got spec ups here for Luvnest, and we got radio silence. So hello. I mean, it could still likely end up with a command Panther stall, but at least he's, you know, trying to use radio silence that way, you know, disrupt his opponent's idea what's going on. Now you can see that suddenly Luvnest is gone. Which plus a lot of sort of, you know, obviously the usual alerts that might happen also not going to get rewarded. So suddenly Revolution is losing some elements here, which, you know, to take Luvnest and make it harder for him to, you know, be stopped. So nice little trick there by Luvnest. Very few players actually make use of this ability, and I mean the overall strength of the ability can vary a lot depending on the player. I mean, some players will absolutely freak out when you begin using it because all of a sudden they just, you know, they're actually blind. But others, you know, like, you know, oh, I guess something happened there. And then, you know, so the average is sort of like, well, you know, well, this is a bit of an inconvenience. Makes it a bit harder for them, but again, it does, you know, cause them to, you know, scream and, you know, have nightmares about it for days after they wake up covered in sweat and just go, radio silence. By the way, has worn off for now. Luvnest is in very good control of the map so far. Has got Revolution in the defensive. He's also been able to consistently down fuel, making much harder for Revolution to really do much at the moment. Mine goes off. Almost getting wiped there. Now the MG-34 on the way there for Luvnest to help contain a Revolution. Troops back here healing, reinforcing. 6 gun on the move. Bit of skirmishing here. Sappers was the advancing full companies. Almost got the Eastern fuel point back here under British control. Sniper there blows apart part of the cover, more importantly blows apart a German. And another one gets absolutely exploded. He just pops the head off and the rest of the limbs pop off as well. Fall to the flanking against the second, caught in a bad spot. Vickers sitting up there, but there we go, grenade assault there. Revolution, of course, is quick enough to realise what's going on and gets the machine gun out. Sabbath held down by an MG-34 on the west. I think at this point he might just try and rely on the command tank, the command Valentine, which is also command tank, to get him out of the mess here. He's kind of landed. Grenade assault here in the section. They're on heavy cover, so they will take less damage. Of course, the thing is, with the grenade assault, there's multiple grenades. He's still going to end up taking a lot of damage in the end. In this case, there are no casualties, but he really should not be pursuing due to the machine gun being... Oh, no, I've got the section playing here and there. So lacking grenades really take advantage of a good flank here. Of course, there's theoretically concentration barracks, though that's obviously not a grenade. It's something a bit bigger than a grenade, slightly higher magnitude of death and destruction. Getting some damage in there, pushing westwards rather with the sappers. Force size, I mean, Revolution technically has a bigger force right now in terms of population than Luvnest, though of course part of his, you know, Luvnest got a lot of forces that need to be replenished. But they're going to call in the Valentine command tank now, and imagine that's what it's going to do. That tends to be, say, the con move here, but a lot of players go for, you know, draw literally, call in the Valentine as soon as possible, begin pressuring the opponent. Luvnest here, though, you know, the light from maneuver is not just going to stall for the command Panther. He's actually going to go for the Schwer Panzer Quarters. Thumbs up to Luvnest. Quick bun hand grenade there, flushing out the Tommies. Back here, Bren guns being handed out. No sign of the Valentine tank. Sappers charging the German position to cover the sniper in the centre here. Skirmishing continues. The section needs to fall back. I think they're not looking too good here versus the Germans versus the Jerrys. Far west here, Sappers about to be assaulted here as Luvnest was in machine gun team backed up. But Fulton is to flash out the Installaffen. And there you go, Bren team's moving up. They got a 6-pounder gun as well in reserve. There you go, Schwer Panzer Quarter reveals its ugly face and blasts several of Revolution sappers dead. $472 versus 296. Bren guns opening up the Fulton Grenadiers. And of course with boats as well, there are some very formidable infantry troops there. But I'm not entirely sure what Revolution is planning here with the Doctrine then. We got flares off, we got a 6-pounder gun number 2 on the way there. He might actually try and use them to destroy the Schwer Panzer Quarters, deny Luvnest access to his armor pool, and for that matter any possible Obersoldaten. Heavy engagement here as Luvnest is committing a lot of forces to clear out the centre on the west side. Not much happening, you got the machine coming out the flank, you got flares going off here and there to sort of give Revolution, a nice idea there what Luvnest is up to. And there we go. He's going for the Schwer Panzer Corps using the flares being laid down, possibly the snipers well there to just hammer away at it. Second one moving up as well. Section nearby, machine coming up somewhat. And he's calling in artillery as well. He is doing everything he can to deny it. Forces there charging in, 6 pounder gun with precision. We got the 25 pounder gun there signing off. If he had another one, of course, he'd actually be doing more damage there. So, I mean, there's a chance the Schwer Panzer Quarters might survive this barrage simply because it lacks. What's the word? Volume. There we go, it lacks volume. Back here, troops reinforcing. Got Luvnest there fighting the flanks. Both anti-tank guns on the move. He could go for a Panther 4, but I think Luvnest at this point is expecting it to lose it anyway, so he might just, go for the Command Panther stall. I mean, he could try and get out some orbitals at least, but guess that's not happening. 6 pounder guns need to get a bit closer to have a chance of shooting at it. Panzer Pioneer there, hard at work. Folks coming up there, setting up defensive positions to help protect it. There we go. 6 pounder guns are ready, and that's about to go down. It does try for the Panzer IV, but Revolution is having none of it, and destroy Luvnest's Schwer Panzer Corps. Certainly punishing, I think, for pushing it too far. I mean, it was kind of close to there where Revolution's most used to move to stuff. I mean, they've been, say, over here. I think it would have been much safer for Luvnest. So I'm not entirely sure why he positioned it there. But in this case, though, it did not end up doing too much except being target practice for Revolution's anti-tank gunners. Bit of a waste of fuel and manpower, to be honest. And so at this point, I then just expect him to stall for the Command Panther. But at least he tried to do something besides just stalling for the Command Panther. He tried. Not that it matters too much. Section moving about, there we got the Fulton moving out as well, up north there, but securing that. Oh, anti-tank and actually snipes one of the Fulton grenadiers. That is a really lucky shot. There you go, right on the machine gun. The Bren guns will not help them against that.
Work to construct a new company command post is finished.
Pinned down. Well, if he'd gone any further, he would have said, "Oh, Luvnest mine," which really wouldn't help them get past the machine gun, truth be told. Sniper there with 70 kills. Certainly bleeding out Luvnest here. Oh, there we go. He's finally realised it before the machine gun tore apart the remainders. And there we go. Gaining veteran 2. Very nice there. Fulton moving about. Pushing to the west again here by Revolution. Back up base. We finally got take up. We got the company command post. So no Valentine command tanks. Likely then we're seeing either Cromwells or Centaurs instead. We got a machine gun more on the way here for Revolution. We got Luvnest with radius silence once more, but doesn't make them visible to the machine gun. Command Panther, he's more or less got the resources, so it's going to be close here, and there you go. The Feared Panther arriving here for Luvnest. Could out the Penalty machine gun if he wanted to, but the skirmish machine gun there, though, cleared up by the machine gun wielding section. Numbers and second because they're almost done for Revolution. That's certainly going to help here with some of Luvnest's infantry. And of course the double anti-tank guns and all the Piats should give him a chance versus the Panther. But there you go, hitting the calf point there, good maneuvering again. Section on the west to be engaged by the Panther. We got 455 versus 256. And there you go, troops being caught by the Vickers. Section charging forward with the Bren guns in hand, just hosing the Germans with good British lead. And there you go, grenade assault almost takes out the machine gun there. Could still end up causing a wipe there. With a bit of bad luck for Revolution. Got the Panther flanking in. Not entirely sure something to do here with the Panther, except I guess ruin Revolution's day, or at least attempt to. But there's got a tank that's moving up. Quickly realises and land himself in a bit of a pick. Quickly pulls back the Command Panther, but does have one penetrating hit there. Yellow shot though bounces off the Panther's 80mm of sloped armour. Grabbing the eastern points there. Revolution's response needs to be swift and brutal. And we got radio sounds again here from Luvnest. That's Revolution Sniper get to work again. They're bleeding out the Jones. In the West Panther, they're struggling the Infantry. Got Saps moving up. They need anti-tank guns to back it up. And they go anti-tank grenade off, damaging the end of the Panther. Anti-tank guns then might be able to do some damage. Got the section nearby as well. And there we go. Heavy damage. Need to cover around his own mine. The anti-tank guns quick through to set off the mine and actually cause critical damage to the Panther. Doesn't go off. It does not go off. Close one though, and looks like the Panther might just be able to escape with the anti-tank guns. Might be struggling here unless they get Veterans 1 to catch up. Then again, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, main gun out, main gun out. Scheiße. Oh, shot bounce. That was incredibly lucky there for Luvnest. Well, partly lucky. I mean, as long as range the Panther's own, of course, is more worth it to sort of simulate how actual armor piercing rounds, also tend to drop off in effectiveness, with range, except for heat rounds, but they sort of have more flat, and usually only good with lower velocity guns anyways. But there you go, sniper opening up here, close to Veteran Free section being murdered out in the open, or thought to be murdered out in the open. But yeah, that was really close here for Luvnest, a very close shave, would have been a big win there for Revolution if they'd been able to take out the Panther. Still, Revolution is slowly pushing back. Luvnest getting control of the map here, asserting control and dominance. Sniper landing a nice hit here, close to Veteran 3.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
And there you go, grenade assault here to flash out Revolution from his positions. His storm of grenades raining down. He's got photos of the section. We got radio silence again. He is absolutely on the ball with that one. He is not missing a silent beat here. Sniper Vic's machine gun opening up. The other one seemingly has expired, or was just isn't doing anything. I don't know what happened to it then. Oh, no mind, it is there for some reason. Just didn't see it there. Caught laying down mines here, and he's about to rush into one of Luvnest's mines. Oh, the dishonor, and we got a Strickers was falling up for Luvnest to deal with the Revolution's dug in positions. Very good. And Revolution, I think, is setting up here for the Firefly to combat the Command Panther. Certainly a strong choice. He could also, of course, in theory, go for the Cromwell, but Firefly seems, of course, much more likely. And certainly it's a safer bet. Panther charging 40, going for the sniper. Machine guns howling death. Shot fired, hits a tree instead. The sniper, though, is running, but the Panther pursues. Got Piets moving up there with anti-tank grenades ready. Anti-tank and they're being also hold down. There we go. Command Panther might push the far, but he gets a sniper. He gets a sniper with the Command Panther. Still ends up taking heavy damage here from the anti-tank guns and the Piets. Can't quite catch up there. You can, of course, use rapid maneuvers to quickly get the anti-tank to keep up pace. It's a less considered ability, by the way. Oh, there you go. He uses it. He uses it. We actually have it, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's using rapid maneuvers to get, anti-tank guns to, move rapidly. As you can see, they can also then move fast and set up fast. Like, it just speeds them up entirely, allowing to actually pursue a escaping tank there. They probably should try and pick up pace again and keep up. But now, once more, slow movement. Still, he's very closely at it, but there you go. Luvnest is able to set up machine here to cover the retreat path of the Command Panther. Nice bit of an exit plan by Luvnest. Revolution here can't go for the Firefly. He's probably too preoccupied with everything else. He's trying to push forward. So we got artillery called in to clear out the machine gun. He wants that Command Panther. Then there you go. First shot fires, misses. There we go. Direct hit. Machine gun is down, but can he catch up with the Command Panther? Lightning up. We got the Strickers first moving in here. Fulton charging forwards into Sten guns, into Bren guns, and there you go. Grenade assault quickly dodging it, but the Fulton themselves quickly get hit by it from their own comrades. Grenades, they don't end up taking too much damage. And there you go, another grenade assault. Brutal stuff here from Luvnest. Brutal stuff. Ooh, what is this? Hammer tactics. We're actually going to see comets. Wow. A very bold move there by Revolution. A very bold move. Oh dear. Anti-tank cleared out.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
That Command Panther has seen quite a bit of battle. And seen quite a bit of punishment. Crewing. Back here, troops in reinforcing. And there you go, Struggles was fine, looking to clear up the machine gun here. Looks like he hears them in time. Oh, he was actually going for the centre victory point. Guess he surprised everyone. End up not doing too much damage with it. Got a single kill. Section need to retreat. Oh, we got a cannon bomb. Still need to retreat here. Big explosion there. The cannon bomb was essentially, well, basically a pouch where you sort of put in a certain amount of high explosives, plastic explosives, specific to get yourself an anti-infantry grenade or an anti-tank grenade. And there was always actually not a ton of it, what was known as a percussive grenade, that is, it went off once it hit the target, it hit the ground. That's also another note there. Well, we're closing in the Comet tank, but for the meanwhile he is having to play the waiting game here versus Luvnest. We'll have to see what Luvnest goes for next. Will there be more structures forces, light vehicles? Will he try and take up again? What will Luvnest do? Very close there to the Comet. I mean, he's almost got the fuel. He just needs the manpower as well, which he's also very close to. Attack going up here. I think he's trying to set up, threat on the retreat paths. Also, for Luvnest, the Santo stays welcome here. He's going to find himself rescuing, getting wiped out on retreat. Nice hit there. Command Panther on the move. Propagandacaster backing up. Need to get the 6-pounder guns up there, but they're far down here. Can't immediately respond. And there you go. Fulton's being routed. Bio Revolution's Stout Yeoman. There we go. Veterans won the Command Panther. In the center, we're going to push this. Well, we got 339, 93, not all the way around. Versus 23 victory points. And there we go. He can call in the Comet here. Trot on the way there for Luvnest. There we go. The Revolution is going for the Command, or the Comet, not Command Comet. None of those in the game. There you go. Shrug out. Stumpunia. Let's need 2 under 5 from the Vickers machine gun, laying down a whole amount of lead. Command Panther sneak up the east side. He's looking to put pressure there on Revolution's flanks. Very good. He could also do the same here for the south. Hit the point here and sneak up there. Comet halfway down there for Revolution, and the 7th Armored Division. There you go. Strugus was again looking to silence Revolution's stuff. Strugus was there, and there you go. Goes to the machine gun. Gets a decent hit in there, and there you go. Panther once more counting the anti-tank guns. Will he once more use rapid maneuvers to catch up and try and destroy it? This time, of course, with the engine intact, though, it's going to be a lot harder here for Rody to do that. Either way, the Command Panther once more escapes with the tiniest slivers of health. Comet tank there ready. Should have the tank commander, of course, as soon as possible. Equipped with the 77mm gun, which was actually just a 17-pounder gun, but with a sort of lower velocity. They had to call it 77 because it had to use different munitions, and to avoid any confusion, they just called it 77mm, so you just can avoid any logistical issues, because that would always end up a bit awkwardly. Fortunately, there's the machine gun. Bad spot here by for Luvnest, 70-35 minutes out in the open. We got Steel first being called in once more. There you go. Commodore's up and misses the full screen. Machine gun lobsing out here with the Bren gun wielding sections. More full screen bunching up here in front of the Comet. There you go. Lands a hit. And a nice flank here, but the full screen's catching this section there and forcing it out. Arcade for lands a hit on the Comet. Troops are being murdered. There you go. Grenade here on the machine gun. And nice work there by Luvnest. Machine gun there closing in, wiped out, and down it goes.
Heavy machine gun crew killed.
Bit of a loss there for Luvnest, for Revolution, in particular. Luvnest connects to get his hand in the Vickers. We've got Savage charging 40 here though to help prevent this. Again, ready to assault here. Oh, that's going to be one in the section, dropping a Bren gun. Definitely a bad development here for Revolution. Comet is all taking heavy damage here. This is not looking good here for him. He's all of a sudden taking some heavy and punishing damage there from Luvnest with severe casualty. There we go. More guns being dropped. Bren guns dropping all over the place. His only sort of relief here in this case is the full gun is upgraded so they can't take them out. And there you go, naps the Vickers, denying Revolution one its machine guns, and of course nabbing one back here for the fatherland. Almost getting into white, but sadly not quite. So right now Revolution finds himself in a bit of a sticky spot again. He's going to need more armor down the road. And needs, I think, put more pressure on the flanks here of Luvnest. Needs to try and threaten the fuel supply a bit more. Now the Shrap Hunter quarters up this time, though closer to his base. Luvnest this time around is not going to risk anything versus his opponent. which I think is very much the right approach to take.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Comet being fixed up. Was very much a late war tank, which actually after the war did not see much service as it was very rapidly replaced. I believe it was the Chieftain tank that did that. It's a little fun note there. Comet, they almost good to go for Revolution and the 7th Armoured Division. Radio silence once more, they calls for Luvnest.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Machine guns still not picked up there by any side. That's definitely a bit of opportunity there for both Luvnest and Revolution. There you go, seizes it here. That puts Luvnest out 3 machine guns versus Revolution's 1. And there you go, Volkswagen is routed. Mines down here. In the east we got the Comet moving up. Still no tank commander. I feel that's a bit of an oversight there. Bit of skirmishing here. And machine gun there with folks to support here as the Comet. Got a grenade off as well. But there you go, getting caught here by Pantherfast and grenades. Damage engine. Needs to get the Comet out of there. Oh, Scheiße. He might lose it. He's going to have to pop a smoke or something. He should have had it supported by infantry. And there you go. Lays down smoke there with a smoke shell. Good work. Good work. Still, that was not the best move then. We could see the command path going in. He's going to have to get the anti-tank so to back it up because he should be anticipating that with a damaged engine and low health, the Comet, Lubin is going to likely try and rush in his command panther to finish it off. Or at least might do it. 151 is the 391. Kedma falling forwards, fixing up the Comet down southeast. Entertaining them being slowly routed. We got another sniper on the way for Revolution. Interesting choice at this point.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
There we go, Colin in trouble there. Go lands a nice hit here. We got coordinated fire on the command panther. Got the sap charging force once again. They're trying to push away. And there we go. Almost got a Kedma landing a hit. Comet, that was close. You might want to use the smoke shell again to cut out the retreat a bit better. But there you go. Seems like he's been able to deter Luvnest from any further pursuits. Machine gun is sitting enough hit in the flank. Machine coming out the second, but he's struggling versus more machine guns. He's going to need to bring up all of his saps to fix it swiftly. That Comet. Oh dear, command panther's going to go for it again.
Marksman trained and awaiting a target.
Sniper number 2 out. Sav still not reinforcing. And there you go, command panther's going for it. He's got the saps in work. And a tank grenade and whatnot. Betty to the command panther adding the Schutzen. Section looking to flank here, getting the western fuel point away from Luvnest. Very good. But Calf Point there being assaulted there by Luvnest troops. Less good.
Where do you want us? Supply lines been cut.
Comet once more swing repairs. Veterans 1, 8 kills. Not too shabby. Numerous Calf Points being hit, laying down mounts as well. Good thorough work there by Luvnest. Troops moving eastward. Sniper opening up here. 1 kill on the new one. Well, I think here the Revolution is trying to set up for more Comets, which could certainly be quite unpleasant there for Luvnest to have to deal with. Though theoretically, Luvnest could of course go for more Panthers to bag up his command Panther, which of course would be unpleasant for Revolution to deal with. Oh, mine goes off there. Folks, with the sappers section ring up there. We got the command Panther on the move. We really should have both sapper sections while working on that Comet. The longer it's out of the fighting and doing nothing, the bigger waste it is, honestly, for Revolution. So I think that should be priority for him.
Ready for orders. Enemy threatening a capture point.
Ooh, sniper hits the machine crew there, and we got the Stukas firing death. 7 kills so far. Almost got the sniper with it. That's certainly a brutal attempt at counter sniping there by Luvnest. Entertainers moving forwards. Comet is finally good to go, and the second one is close. Got the kid on the creeping head here. Sappers, Comet moving in here, and just gonna flank it out, maneuver, and there you go. Spot it and push back. Nice hit there. We could like to see the Kedma of a crew expiring, in which case the Revolution will decision turn against Luvnest. There we go, wiped.
Enemy causing trouble. Trying to take one of our
Command path wing noting, by the way, it has not been repaired. That definitely feels like a mistake. There we got coordinate fire here on it. We got like him setting up. That's going to be meeting. Oh, it sets up again and then packs up and then sets up. There you go. Shot there, fine. The Command Panther fails to penetrate though still. Could be a threat there to the Command Panther. There you go. Second one though does go through. Comet not getting more as long as it's under coordinated fire. Troops running up here. And the tank guns are starting to sort of get moving with once. And this is probably wants to control this area so that way he can easily move the anti-tank guns to certain parts of the map, because if he has to constantly take, you know, through here and then here and sort of move that path, it's going to take much longer to get the anti-tank guns so he needs them. Ooh, machine gun spot here with the Comet and quick revive. We got 12 kills, close to for that one. Command Panther moving, going for the Comet. Shot far from the tank and missed on the troops in the center. We got 6 near. We got possible cannon bomb here, maybe. Nope, none of that. Got the Savage moving forwards, but in fact he lost one Savage section, needs more, I guess, but he really needs to get both of them to focus on the Comet faster. But at the same time, he might end up waiting a bit for that to an extent, getting more of them, because it's close to him calling another command or the Comet, except he doesn't have the population for it. So, what does he have the population for? I mean, he's got too much for a Firefly as well, but of course he might just suffer from more casualties, wait a bit, and then call it in. In fact, now he's got the room for it. But he's lost the anti-tank, and that should be a big win there for Luvnest and Deutschland. Command Panther moving about, machine gun holding up there. Section creeping about, Veteran 3. Comet, Savage moving about there, close to it. We got Flare Soldier from Luvnest trying to get an idea there what Revolution is up to. Who, again, has definitely got the fuel and almost the manpower there for another Comet. So where they goes with it, and not is a good question. Though, if it doesn't, he really should be going for a Firefly then. There you go, almost got a machine here with a Comet. 16 kills. Down goes the Weasel as it goes pop. Sounds they flanking up here against the machine gun, quickly clearing up with the Sten guns, laying down vicious murder fire there on them. Until it's been called in somewhere, though I'm not entirely sure what it's doing. And we got radio silence again here for Luvnest. Really active uses of that one, in fact. He's almost used everything in this doctrine except the Infantry Sturmgewehr, and that's because he never went for any Obersoldaten. Revolution so far has used 2 abilities of the doctrine. Nothing else. There we go. Grenade assault in up. Oh, he's throwing. He's actually hoping his opponent to retreat their panic and then retreat into the grenades. Very sneaky play. There you go. This time he then pops a little more aggressively, but then he retreats. A bit of fighting going on here. West side could see a bit more action from Revolution. Comet there, very close to Veteran 2, and the increased accuracy that comes along with it. Panzer IV for Luvnest, and Panzerkampfwagen 4. And there you go, second Comet for Revolution. That's going to be double Comets. Not very often you see that in a 1 versus 1, but here we are. Command Panther going for it. Postcom is routed. Common there close to Veteran 2. Machine gun routing a section in the centre on the west side again. A bit more action here from Revolution. We feel like we're doing more. We got artillery barrage called in, but the question is where's he aiming in there? Oh, it's here in the west for the machine gun next, hoping Luvnest isn't paying attention. And that does seem to be the case here. Almost got a full wipe here. There we go. Airburst shell finish it off. And second Comet arrives here for Revolution. That's the other one that's hit Veteran 2. That could actually be a bit of a problem there for Luvnest if Revolution makes good use of the Comets there. Command Panther charging in here, right in front of everything. And coordinates fire than the Comet needs to get the one up. These needs to work the Comets together rather than separately. That's definitely feel like something that could be a mistake there for Revolution. Oh dear, bit of poor luck here for the Comet engagement with the Command Panther. Damaged engine on it, but the Comet here can't pursue, and the other one is not pursuing. At least maybe up to support the first one. Definitely needs to get a bit more active with both of them. Or with the one that's in better condition. The West troops moving ahead, but encountered severe resistance here from Luvnest and the German army. need to fix up that comet. Noting no tank commanders for any of the comets, despite they would benefit a bit from it. I mean, more accuracy is never a bad thing, and neither is more vision. Still, he's got 305 versus 220, so he's slowly catching up, I guess, with Luvnest in some ways. He's actually got a good chunk of the map now, but I do feel like he needs to improve his armor tactics just a tad versus Luvnest. Going about, he's heading up westwards. Looks like he's having to raid Luvnest base, and seems like Luvnest has not been mining here, which is certainly good for Revolution. Otherwise, you could lose a comet. And there you go. Cages the 3 punch courses on the far from it. He could maybe try and spotting the Panzer IV and dealing with that one, but decides to play it safe. Push for the centre. Veteran comet almost fixed up. Need to get something in to plug the gaps here in the centre right now, as otherwise Luvnest could split their Revolution's territories and forces in two with just a simple full Scandinavian squad.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us. Where do you want this comet?
Back at reinforcement Revolution, follows the moving away again as the comet's moving in, shoots, misses, on moves in, shoots, misses as well. Still no sign of tank commanders. But at least this time he's working the comets together, which is definitely always a good idea. So 2 Panzer IVs in the command Panther here for Luvnest. That is by a sizable German armoured force that could very well give Revolution a bit of a headache. So how will Revolution handle that threat once Luvnest gets a swing in there? So far he's not quite committing, though he seems to get ready to make the push. And we got radius silence once more. We got flares, so it looks like the assault time has come. Panther we got it's only on the west side. Other two are yet moving. Got infantry slowly moving up there. Almost got the machine gun here. Okay, never shoots, penetrates. Panther almost got the machine gun, but it's not quite there. Not quite there. In the centre, Panther moving up there. We've got the command Panther looking to outmaneuver here and destroy Revolution's western forces. Good manoeuvre there. Basically taking advantage of his lack of defence in the centre. That way allowing him to easily outmaneuver the western defensive positions and clear out the anti-tank guns and possibly get some wipes in the infantry. So good play there. He took back the machine gun there. There's a very strong push there by Luvnest. Completely blindside, but there you go, his flank line there is exposed now to the comets. Will quickly take the Panther down to half health. Can he finish it off? Oh, close one there, close one there. Command Panther moving up with Panzer IV gating here, the comet head on. Direct hit from the comet, got coordinated fine. The veteran one, we got the 6-9 gun backing up here. Command Panther by these veteran fleet. Aggressive infantry play there from Luvnest. Command Panther moving up again. 14 kills. What will Revolution go for next? Valentine tanks. Sextons? Oh, there you go. Damaging the Command Panther. Can he finish it off? Will he finish it off? Stupid Bush there. I think he's trying to answer that question with a no by silencing most of the Revolution supporting elements here on infantry. Destroys a house, which Revolution is just able to get out in the nick of time. We got 266 versus 114. Luvnest did not lose any tanks here, so good for him. No, of course, did Revolution, so good for him. But still, no tank commanders. I mean, it's not like the tank commander upgrade is an expensive one. We got, what is this, ammunitions cache up now? That's probably for artillery and more important, I imagine, perimeter overwatch. Well, I guess tank commanders, I mean, that's a possibility. That's not one I'd put high on the list. There we go, comrades bombarding here. The machine gun crew quickly annihilating Ludwig, who stood no chance. In this case, the terrain is helping out. On the west here, we got the section with the foot with the MD-34. Gammon bomb with the MD-34. Luvnest isn't paying attention, and they've almost got the entire MD-34 crew there. Nicely done there by him. And he's trying to repair his tanks while they're far from the machine, and that's definitely ill-advised there by Revolution. Setting the custom a few sappers.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
Almost got the machine gun there, but it's not the best flying position. There's a bit of a, I would say, sloping here, or elevation in the terrain, which means some of the shots just like hitting the terrain. So machine gun. Back here, reinforcement, also possibly some healing. So far, no real attempt at outmaneuvering and outflanking Luvnest, but he's certainly focusing on getting back the victory points. Got 106 versus 255. Luvnest Panzerwaffe is good to go. Panthers and Panzer IV. Can they deliver the strike that will break Revolution? Serbs either are being plastered with heavy fire. As the armoured fist of Luvnest charges, punches forwards.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Comet Cot, that's going to need some repairs. Close to the ace level, we got the machine guns pumping out with the advancing Panthers here. We got one anti-tank that will stop Luvnest's armoured spearhead, and I do not think that's going to be enough here. Not by far. Machine gun fires, raking the crew as the high close shells just wiped out. There you go, machine crew wiped out as well. Several losses there, anti-tank and immediately destroyed here by Luvnest. Taking no chance as his opponent got the combat, got the strength to line of fire of the tanks. Panther lands an immediate and direct hit here. Stuckers was joining in. It certainly sounds like a lead here for Revolution. I mean, he's actually been doing a decent job there, but for now his tactics are looking a bit inadequate here in the face of Luvnest.
The capture point is being overrun.
Almost got the Comet here using coordinated fire, of course, the veteran Fleet Command Panther. Very close to the veteran fought on the Field's Panther.
Line's broken.
Panther 4 is being repaired. Love has been very good again, preserving its tanks, and also more important, repairing them faster compared to the Revolution is not quite as expedient in getting his tanks back in operational sense, I would say, compared to Luvnest. Another anti-tank on the way there for Revolution, and the 7th Armoured Division. Another anti-tank and hold forward to the front line to withstand the German assault here. 100 points left as Luvnest and the 107th Panzer Brigade. Focusing northwards.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Troops reinforcing, fixing that up. It looks like Luvnest getting ready for another armoured punch here. Ooh, Gammon Bomb here, attempted on the retreating foes can do this, but with the time as long as it is, he probably would have been off just rechanging grenades and hoping to catch them by the time the grenade was researched. Tanks rolling out here, and there you go, the assault has commenced. Anti-tank in their corner, bad spot flares off as well, here to just further support the assault here by providing immediate reconnaissance intelligence. And there you go, the anti-tank crew is snuffed out, leaving Luvnest now with just, or Revolution, I mean, with just like Kedden Alpha and the 2 Comets to then withstand the armoured fist of the fatherland. We got 83 versus 239. Comets are setting out, and there you go, straight to the Command Panther now. Veteran before we got coordinated fire meeting as well here. Main gun out on the Command Panther. Does he finally get it? Does he finally destroy it? Can he end it? Oh, it finally goes down after so much. After so many shots that just, fails to sort of penetrate and finish off the job there. It finally perishes. But things are rapidly otherwise collapsing. We've got the Comet moving heavy straight to the 200 Panther Force up close, doing heavy damage to the Comet. Command Panther number 2 moving in. Oh, snot biscuits. Betty 2 on the other Comet, but it's going to have to get away. Then I don't think she'll be able to do so in time here against Luvnest and Germany. Stuckers just going down, and there you go, causing further casualties and damage here to Revolution. His forces are crumbling.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
But Kedman for crew down, leaving Revolution now with just some infantry and 2 heavily damaged Comets. Luvnest has 2 reasonably combat-ready tanks. Just keep pressuring. We've finally got a far flung weather for Revolution, but the question is, will it be enough? Will it be in time? 62 points left here for Revolution and the British Army. Luvnest, as always, continues to show no mercy and to take no prisoners. Saps are routed by the Panzer IV.
No need for panic, but we've only got 50 points left.
.46 points left. Flares off here from Revolution. 44 points left. 42. 40. 38. 36. 33. Firefly out. They can. Revolution pull off an assault that turns the game around in his favour. Need to get all of the saps working on repairing the comets as fast as possible. 24 points left. 21. 18. 6 more of those ticks if nothing changes, and Luvnest win this. 15. He's going for the western point. No response there from Luvnest. 12 points left. Panzer IV hits a mine and a grenade off against it. In fact, several grenades. 8 points left. Panther rushing in the west. 6 points left. Panther to the rescue here. Other comet charging forward now. Oh, that's the Firefly actually. 3 points left. 2 points left. And there goes contesting the point here, and that means it's GG. It is game over. Game over. A loss here for Revolution, a victory for Luvnest for the German army. Die Deutsche Panzerwaffe. A brutal fight right here on the map, suddenly highlighting the power of outmaneuvering your opponent, particularly versus the British. And Revolution, I think, is an inability just to stay fleet-footed enough, whereas again Luvnest was quick to move about, shift attacks, and never really just get caught in a meat grinder action versus Revolution, whereas I think Revolution comparatively struggled to just really hurt Luvnest's resources, which allowed, I think, Luvnest to build up a steady advantage there, plus really good Command Panther plays. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode.